What's up, people of YouTube? This is Tru Warlord here. I'm bringing you guys another video to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about my first impressions of Black Ops 4. So this is a little bit of a later video. It's going up on a day, it's day 4 of Black Ops 4, I guess. But I wanted to give you guys my first impressions, basically first week impressions roughly of the game. How do I feel about it? Where do I stand with not only multiplayer but blackout and zombies? And that's what we are going to do, and that's what we're going to break down in this video. Now, I'm not, at the time of recording this, I'm not quite first prestige. I think I'm level 52 or 51, something along those lines, but I have put a decent amount of time into all 3 of the modes, and I feel like it is a fair time to give my first impressions on this game. So the first thing that we're going to cover obviously is going to be the multiplayer aspect of the game. Regular, core, multiplayer. Not talking about blackout in this specific spot in the video. We will get to blackout here in a moment. So let's talk about multiplayer. Let's break down the weapons. Let's break down the maps, let's break down the modes, and we're just gonna kind of go over everything from that point. So first thing here is the guns. I want to talk about how the weapons in this game feel like, I don't know how to explain it. They feel good. They feel pretty crisp and clean in terms of gunfights and things like that, but I do have a couple of negatives when it comes to the weapons. I don't think there's enough of them, for one, at launch, and I don't think that the SMGs are balanced well enough. I think that the SMGs need to be buffed a little bit. I hear a lot of people saying that the ARs need to be nerfed, and while there might be a couple of adjustments that need to be made in terms of the balancing on the assault rifles, meaning that they might need to be nerfed a little bit here or there, I think that by and large the assault rifles are fine. We just need to see a buff in the SMGs. It felt like the SMGs were much more valuable in the beta, and the assault rifles were okay in the beta. The maps didn't really work that well for the assault rifles in the beta, and while that is still true in the core game in terms of assault rifles and maps, the SMGs did get a bit of a nerf from the beta, and I think that that was a mistake. I think there needs to be basically a buff across the board with the SMGs, and that would really help this game out quite a bit, I think. And I'm personally an assault rifle player, so that's something you're not going to hear me say very often, but I do think that it would be nice to have a buff in the SMGs. Now, the maps themselves, I really don't have any complaints about the maps. I think that the maps are pretty great, honestly. I don't like a couple of the maps, but it's not even that I hate them to the extent of I don't ever want to play them. It's just kind of like, I would rather not play this map, but that's okay. We can play it, I guess. There aren't any maps in here that I absolutely despise at this point. We'll see how that is in a month from now. I'm sure there'll be maps that I just absolutely cannot stand, but as it stands right now, all the maps, by and large, don't really have an issue with. Let's talk about the perks. The perks are, I'm going to have a separate video on this, kind of discussing my opinion, but the perks themselves are, I don't know how to explain it. There's a very small amount of perks, and it lacks diversity. There aren't a lot of different things you can do with the perks. I don't really like the way that they went about doing it. I think that there should have been more perks in the game, and maybe they had it this way for balancing reasons. I'm not sure, but I feel like the perk system, or not necessarily the system, but the perks that they have in the game was a miss. I think they could have done a lot better with the perks, added a lot more in here. That's just my own personal opinion. We'll see what happens moving forward. Now, the camos. This is a huge deal for me. The camos, oh my goodness. So the camos in this game are absolutely sick. I really like them. I have one teeny tiny complaint about the camos. I have seen the dark matter camo. I have seen all of the multi-changing colored camos in the game. While I do like that, I really do, I feel like once you unlock that on a camo, you should be able to just place that on your camo as default. The diamond camo is the one that stands out to me the most. I think if you get a 5 kill streak, your diamond camo turns to like rainbow diamond. That's cool that happens in game. I feel like you should have the option to turn that off and or select diamond camo or rainbow diamond as your default camo to go with, because maybe it's just me, but camos are a huge deal to me, and I like playing a game where I can look at my camos while I'm playing and be like, damn, I worked really hard for this. I'm really happy that I have this camo. And while I can do that in Black Ops 4, I feel like when I want to use just diamond camo, I don't want I don't want Rainbow Diamond popping up when I get 5 kills. I know, first world problem, I get it. But it's just a weird thing to me. I really like the camos in the game. I really like what they're doing, but I really wish there was an option to just have Diamond or just have Rainbow Diamond, or have the reactive version of Diamond where it does turn into Rainbow Diamond, or turn it off. I just think that would be the best way to go about doing it. It's just kind of frustrating that you can't turn that off, but it's not a huge deal. Overall, I really like the camos in this game. And I hope that we see some more sick camos in the future. Maybe we'll see some more reactive camos in the future DLC. So let's talk about the score streaks. This is something I usually don't touch much on because I don't personally care that much about score streaks, and that still remains true. Score streaks seem fine to me. They don't seem underpowered. They don't seem overpowered. There aren't a whole lot of score streaks, so that's probably a negative to a lot of people. They are kind of difficult to earn, I've noticed. I thought that they'd be a little bit easier to get, considering the way that the score works in this game. You know, you put a bullet into somebody and somebody else gets the kill, you get 100 points. But I do find myself kind of struggling to get certain score streaks. It seems a little bit high, but I guess if I am getting those assists and I am racking up kills from that, it probably isn't that hard to get them. It's just when I'm noticing it, it's probably because I'm not getting a bunch of assists. So overall, I don't really have any complaints about the score streaks. I think that they're pretty good. I think they're powerful enough. And I don't think that anything is really underpowered from what I've noticed. Now keep in mind, I don't use a lot of score streaks. I don't go for those super high gun streaks. So my opinion on this might be completely null and void to most people. Let's transition over into something else. Let's talk about the blackout mode, the other giant multiplayer mode in this game that everybody is raving and going on about. So blackout in Black Ops 4. This is still how I feel about it. I still feel the same way that I felt about Blackout that I did during the beta. I like it. I think it's good for Call of Duty. I think it's a great place to go. And while I've played a few games here and there of Blackout and I've gotten a decent amount of kills, it feels better than the beta. I think that it feels way better, way more clean, way more consistent. The problem is I don't want to play it alone. I don't want to play it solo, and I'm going to force myself to do it because of content as well as the stuff that you unlock, but it's just not a mode that I want to play by myself. I want to play with another person or, a full squad rather than playing alone, and that's what I'm really struggling with the Blackout mode. It's fun. I like it. It still has that inconsistency that comes with Call of Duty, and it still has that RNG luck that comes with Battle Royale. You put those together, and it is an absolutely heartbreaking, upsetting, frustrating moment when you get killed in Blackout. That stands true, and that's not going to go anywhere. And that's one of the biggest things that pushes me away from the mode. Overall, though, I do like it. I think it's good for Call of Duty, like I've said before. I think it's a good place to move forward, and I think that it's a good stepping stone for what's to come in the Call of Duty series. So I don't really have complaints about it. It just isn't something that is 100% for me, unless I'm playing with a group of people. I will be primarily a multiplayer person, and a lot of my Battle Royale fix is gonna come from Fortnite still. But that's not the only thing we're going to talk about in this video. Let's transition over to zombies. This has been the first year that I have really enjoyed a Treyarch zombies since Black Ops 1. Now, I liked Black Ops 2 zombies, I did, but I think I like this more than Black Ops 2 zombies. I did like Transit, I did like, the town survival map or whatever. That was fun. I enjoyed playing it, but I like all of the zombies maps. I like Classified. I like 9. I like Voyage of Despair. The only issue with Voyage of Despair is it's really difficult, and I'm not a hardcore zombies person, but I do enjoy it. Blood of the Dead is really hard as well. I've only played it once, and it was really overwhelming, so I haven't played it again since, but I particularly like 9 and Classified. Those two maps are really, really fun to me, particularly 9. 9 is my favorite map at this time. I like the whole arena situation. I have followed, how to do some of the Easter eggs. It's really entertaining to me. I like what they've done with the weapons and the attachments. They've had that in the other games, I understand that, but I think that it's really cool. I don't 100% know how I feel about the perk system at this time. They've made some changes to it to allow having Juggernaut not such a big deal. Like, not having Juggernaut, not such a big deal. They've changed it to where it's 4 hits by default, which is nice. Then you can build a shield. And then I saw something else in somebody else's video, and I don't know how they did it, but I'm still looking into it, where they were able to have more health. I think they were at like 300 or 350 health as well as a shield. So there's plenty of ways to really get yourself maxed out on health to where you don't have to worry about going down super easy without having Jug. So I'm not 100% against it, but I do miss the Perca-Cola machines. I really, really do. And that, I don't know. I miss Perca-Colas. It's a classic zombies feeling, and that's something that that's probably my biggest downside of the zombies experience this time around, is I just miss the Perca-Colas. I miss the way that zombies used to feel. But overall, 9 is a great map. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think that Black Ops 4 Zombies is a really, really good year. We'll see how the DLC maps go, but so far, the zombies have been absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to play more. Really looking forward to what's going to come in the future. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for this this review. Overall, I would say I'm really liking Black Ops 4. There are a few things here and there that need to be changed, some buffs, some nerfs, some things that need to be looked at. Obviously, there's issues with the game crashing, stuff like that, but I'm sure that that stuff is all going to be ironed out within the next week or two, and we will be good to go. I think that the thing that's going to make or break this game is going to come in the form of DLC content. So the maps that we get, the guns that we're inevitably going to get, and how they implement that, whether it's through a supply drop system or something else, is really going to decide the longevity of this game and how much people truly enjoy it. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please go ahead and leave a like on this. It would really help my channel, and I really appreciate it. And if you are new, go ahead and subscribe. Anyways, guys, deuces.